So, every time Trump goes and talks to anybody, I mean, whether it be a rally, whether it be the press corps at the White House, he's constantly touting how his economy right now is the best, and he'd give himself an A plus. Okay, the gaslighting is just unbelievable. When the jobs report recently came out, jobs numbers for July, we lost 23,000 jobs. 23,000 jobs lost. And during the Biden administration, there were always new jobs added. Okay. And then unemployment ticked down to 4.1%, which sounds really good, but it's because people are not participating in going and looking for a job. Why? Because there aren't any? Could be one of the reasons. So here we have an administration, a president that lies like a rug. Lying to him comes as naturally as breathing. And he's constantly trying to gaslight us, we the people. And truthfully, he's not getting the job done. Because these are tangible numbers. Things that he keeps saying are so great and wonderful. We have tangible proof that he's a big fat liar. I mean, I filled my car up with gas the other day, and it was a little over a quarter of a tank. So I filled it up, cost me $50. When generally it used to basically cost me only 30 when it was at a quarter of a tank. $50. Half a C-note. That's what it costs to put gas in my car. And then of course there's the price of things, everything else. I mean, it used to be you could get a roast, a wonderful chuck roast, for $10 to $15, depending on the cut and the size and the weight. Now, that same cut of roast is closer to 25. Yeah, that's just, it's unfriggin' believable. The prices of things just keep going up and up and up. And so when Trump says that the economy is going great and wonderful, we have eyes and we can see and we know what's going on. You cannot gaslight somebody with their own personal finances. We can make the comparison of how much things cost, you know, a year ago to what they cost now. And we can put two and two together and we see that it comes up with 4. And it just makes me wonder if Trump genuinely knows he's lying, or is he really just believing his own bullshit? I mean, seriously, because I mean, he's got himself so insulated. All these people that wouldn't tell the truth if their lives depended on it. And whenever there's any kind of confirmation hearings or an appointee that Trump appoints, the Democrats ask all of the nominees one question. I mean, they ask more than one question, but one of the biggest questions that they will ask, and this is across the entire spectrum of Democrats, they will ask, who won the 2020 presidential election? And all of those nominees parrot the same thing. Joe Biden was certified in the 2020 election. They won't come right out and say that he won, because we all know he did. And then they'll ask about January 6th, and they won't even say what it was. And again, we all have eyes and we can see, and we have ears and we can hear. We can read. But on January 6th, 2021, we were all basically glued to our television screens watching that riotous insurrection unfold. We heard the people calling for Nancy Pelosi, thinking that it was all her fault, and then hang Mike Pence. Now, to me, Mike Pence is just another Republican, okay? Bought and paid for by big corporations, plus a faux Christian. These people, they don't walk the walk. They don't talk the talk, or they do talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. That's what I meant to say. I mean, oh my God. Liars, one and all. That's what the Republican Party has become. They've become a party of liars, a party of grifters. I'm talking about the ones that are running for election that have been elected. The only people they care to do anything for are the ones that are writing them the big fat checks. That's it, the donor class. And now, of course, Todd Blanche was confirmed as the Attorney General for the United States. So he is now America's lawyer. Not true. He is now and has always been Donald Trump's lawyer. So we are going to have another 2 years of a Department of No Justice. That's what's going to happen. They're not going to go and they're not going to investigate real crime, like cartels and, I don't know, maybe homicides. They're not going to do that. They're not going to investigate this fraud, waste, and abuse, which we all know was just a talking point, because they wanted to be mean, nasty, and cruel to the least of us, those of us that are on Medicaid, those of us that are on Medicare, those of us that are on SNAP benefits, those of us that receive LEAP benefits. It's all aimed directly at those of us that need a little extra help. And of course, a while back, I was talking about the people that were arrested and then handed down stiff sentences for protesting. Now, there was a guy, can't remember his name, and he was arrested because he had flyers talking about democracy, I think it was. And he was arrested on terrorism charges. And he got 30 years. This is in Texas. But even still, they're considering those that are on the left, Democrat people, terrorists. Antifa is now a terrorist organization, which Antifa only means anti-fascism. So that's what's happening in our country right now. The chilling of dissent. People in Texas being handed down 30-year sentences for nothing. And they're talking about them being terrorists. They didn't have any ordnance in their vehicle, like bullets. They didn't have any explosive devices. And as far as I know, I'm pretty sure they didn't even have any weapons. It's not like they served a warrant on the guy's house and they went in and they searched and they found a cache of weapons. No. Boxes of anti-fascist material. This is fucking pathetic. This is not the country that I was born in. This is starting to feel more like Soviet Russia. Maybe even Russia today. I don't know. I've never been to Russia. Or East Berlin, post-World War II. We've got work to do. And anyone that hears this, get out and tell everyone you know fascism is here. It's just that simple. Get out and vote this November. Vote for a Democrat, Socialist Democrat, if there's one on your ballot, because they care about we the people. See, and that's the other thing. Some of these MAG folks and some of these dyed-in-the-wool Republicans, and all they do is just yada, yada, yada about how Democrats are this bad and that bad and blah, blah, blah. But the truth is that, especially now, with the Socialist Democrat movement gaining momentum, the difference is a Socialist Democrat wants to do something to help out the people of this country. Not just a few up at the top, okay? Not the billionaires, not the multinational billion-dollar corporations. The people. All of the people. That's you, that's me, that's your next door neighbor, that's your aunt, uncle, mom, dads, brothers, sisters. people on the bus. So that was my rant. And if y'all could be so kind as to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe. Pop a little blue heart in comments would be awesome. I'm going to end this now. And my internet friends, take care of yourselves wherever you are.